Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Hey, 88, inside. Go to 50, hey, you block over here.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Packers at 7-3 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. But I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Rodgers now on first down. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? When they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Again, it's Henry. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The first time out, they had the interception. That stopped their drive 3 points the other way, so now they work from behind.
They do, but he's got to walk out on the field like he's working from ahead. All right, he's got to walk out like, hey, I just threw a touchdown pass, because all eyes on his team are on him. They gain their confidence from the way he reacts, his demeanor, and how he plays. He's got to show that he has confidence in himself.
On second down, it's Jones. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was well coached and even better executed, because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and it had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Hey, take 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, Nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And some room to roam now. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught right side. It's Lewis. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That's complete right around the 8. Just a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who played best and don't worry about the rest of it.
Henry again on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Hey.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Right.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Here we go, here we go.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Inside handoff, Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Here we go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a handoff to Henry. Uses the stiff arm, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Now, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tag. Play.
Here's Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. On the out route, Dobbs brings it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
26. Hey, 88.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 1 second, all that remains. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
81 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Hilliard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, You have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. He's got Swain here as tight end outright. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air again, Tannehill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, it's that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down and looks like right at the 15. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 46. He'll start with a give to Henry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 94 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a 1st down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
On 1st down, Tannehill. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Devontae Wyatt in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees the zone coverage.
And the pressure gets to him again. Rashawn Gary, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation, and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
A first down carry for Henry. He'll take it inside the 25.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And the busy night for Henry continues. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All right.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
An inside give to Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
He hits Dobbs on the crosser. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play.
As a general manager, you're counting on your first and second round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it to football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are right back in this football game. But when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And this is going to be a Titans first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They keep it with Henry on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Henry up the middle. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Tannehill to throw. And that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running right, Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. The kick by Crosby is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And Hilliard will elect to not return it. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing Tannehill. It's complete. Burks. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try to push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Tannehill. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. Well, this defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field, going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural, but
I like where we're going with this. You say one to represent, like the best player of all of that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody.
So for Green Bay, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.